Your parents. What can you tell me about your parents? Where did they come from? Do you know? Were they born in America? What?
Yes.
What was your father's name? Full name, first and last.
Julius
Yeah.
Schraeder.
And do you know what your mother's full name was?
Mary Ann.
Now, were they both born in America? Do you know?
Yeah.
They both were?
Yeah.
How about their parents?
Their parents, I don't know, because Grandpap was German.
Grandpap
So
is who?
He might have been.
That's your grandfather.
Great-Grandpap.
So
Great-Grandpap was German, I know.
that's your grandfather was German?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he probably...
Grandfather, he was German.
Did he come from Germany?
Schraeder was his name. But I couldn't tell you whether he came...
Do you know if he's...
Dad never went that far back.
Yeah. Did he speak German, do you know?
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So when you were born, where did you live?
Glendale.
Oh,
Glendale, PA.
Glendale, PA, right by near Carnegie.
Glendale, PA, near Carnegie.
Yeah. And how long did you live there, do you know?
Oh, good many years. Let's see, about 15 years at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were born in what year?
1915.
Okay, 1915. Wow. How did you go to school?
Oh, yeah.
Was it public school, private school,
No,
Catholic school?
Catholic school.
Was it Catholic school? Was it Polish? Was it a...
Yeah.
It was Polish?
Polish,
So
yeah.
they spoke Polish to you? Wow. But at home, your parents spoke what? English?
Oh, yeah.
They spoke English. Okay. And how long did you go to school until? What grade?
7th grade.
And then what happened? Did you go to work?
No, had to stay home, take care of the house.
Really? How many...
Mother died.
Your mother died?
Oh, yeah. Mother died when we left 7 of us kids.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Mother died and left 7 kids with my dad.
And how old were you when she died?
About 3, 4 years old.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah, we were 7 of us.
Were you... How would you... What were their names in the order?
Well,
Oldest to youngest.
it was Edmund.
Who's first?
Edmund and Josephine, sister. Then Bronislaus, they called them.
Yeah.
That was, he was the next one.
That's Brownie
Then,
you call today.
Yeah, Brownie we call him.
Right.
And then was myself, and then Pearl, and then Leonard.
Okay.
And then there was a little baby that died after Mother died.
Oh.
There was a small baby that died after Mother died.
Do you know how your mother died, what it was?
And it claimed it was an inward goiter. It's when she was delivering the baby, it choked her.
Oh.
And so they said that's what she died from.
And how old was she, do you know?
She was in her 40s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was young when she died, in her 40s.
Wow. So you went to school till 7th grade and then you took care of the house. And what does that mean? Did your other sister, how many other sisters did you have?
Well, I had an older sister.
Just one. And the rest were all boys?
No, and then a younger one.
Oh.
Pearl.
Did they all take care of the house or just you?
Well, we all had to help. The oldest brother, Edmund, he had to take care of most of us, you know, took care of everything, helped with the ward, did most of the washing and everything, because Dad had to work.
Oh, really?
Full time.
Oh, yeah, because that's right. So
Dad had to work full time, and we were all too young to go to work, so he stayed home and did the washing and took care of most of the house. And then when he went to work, and then I had to go out of school and take care of the house.
Oh, so that's why you quit in 7th grade, because your oldest brother went to work.
Yeah.
Oh, and
brother.
What was your dad's job, do you know?
He worked in the steel mill, Superior Steel in Carnegie.
Doing whatever?
Yeah, steel.
Yeah, making steel.
Taking care of steel.
And when you left school at 7th grade, what kind of things were you doing? Everything, all the house stuff, cleaning?
I had to do everything, all the cleaning, cooking, washing, everything, yeah.
And so then, how old were you when you got your first job?
I didn't work.
Ever? Ever in your life?
Oh,
no?
yes.
Yeah.
I worked after Dad died, after my husband died.
But not
That's the only time, no.
Really?
I had to stay home, take care of the house.
Wow.
Mostly.
So then you lived in Glendale until you were 15, and then you all must have picked up and moved, right? 7 kids and your dad.
Yeah.
Then you moved to where?
We moved to Heidelberg.
Oh, which is just down the street.
Grant Street, Heidelberg.
What kind of place did you live in Glendale? Was it a house, apartment?
Yeah, two apartment building in Glendale.
So like a townhouse, you mean?
No, just two homes, one home.
Oh.
Just two rooms, two sides, that's all.
How many rooms did you have?
5 rooms, yeah.
5 rooms for 7 kids and the dad. And what, the girls all slept in one room, the boys slept in one room, or how did it work? Okay.
The 3 girls, and then my oldest sister, she left. She left home.
To what, get married or?
No, she went to live in New York.
Really? City or
New York State.
Why did she go up there?
Well, I think it was mostly because her and my dad couldn't get along.
Oh, okay.
Differences in between them.
Yeah.
So she left, so that made a lot more work for us.
Did she keep in touch with you guys?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What part of New York was she in, do you know?
No. Buffalo.
Oh, so she knew people, or she just picked up and she just went?
Picked up and left.
Did she get a job?
Well, she was working, but we never knew what kind of work it was.
Wow.
She never told us what kind of work. She said during the prayer, that was mostly, it was hard getting a job.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly.
And what's her name?
Josephine.
Oh, so is she still alive?
No, she died. She died in Michigan.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, eventually, you started dating, obviously, because you got married. How old, do you know? When you went on your first
About
date?
18, 19.
Dated a lot or a little bit?
No, a little bit. Didn't have much time.
Yeah, because you were working out care of the house. So how'd you meet your husband, Lou?
Well, at a street fair in Carnegie.
What
Had
happened?
a street
Tell me the
fair.
story.
It just seems as though we got to like one another right away, and then he started coming around, and after a year, then we got married.
Now, what does he mean? Did you have a phone? Did he call, or did you not have a phone?
No, he used to come. He used to come to the house.
Just kind of show up and...
Oh, yeah. Come on, show up, and we'd go out together and that.
So when you went out
about a
together,
year.
what does that mean? Did you go to the restaurant, or did you go for a walk, or what?
Well, we'd go for a walk and take different walks somewhere or something, because he didn't work. It was during, I guess, a depression or what.
Right.
So he wasn't working steady. He was making something, but not enough that you could go out and spend it all the time.
And he had an interesting life because he
was on the road all the time.
with his grandfather.
With his father.
And what does that mean? He was on the road all the time? Because this is really fascinating.
Well, they called it bumming on the road. They never didn't have a home. They just went from one town to the other and just slept in wherever they could sleep, under newspapers or in hallways somewhere they were just bumming on the road.
Then how would they get from town to town?
They were on the boxcars. Jumped on the boxcars and went from one town to the other. And he used to, he had barber tools, and he used to go to the barbers. And he used to sharpen all their tools for them. And he used to do upholstering.
Wow.
Learned the upholstering business, and that's how he got most of his money.
Now, how is it that he was with his dad on the road? What happened to his mother?
His mother died in Ohio.
Do you know how old he was?
He must have been, I think, 12, 13 years old. That's all.
And
his dad and them, they lost their home because he didn't pay the taxes. And so they went from one place to another on the road.
Man, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So was it just him? Did he have any brothers or sisters?
No.
Only child?
Just the two of them.
So the dad and the brother, or the son, when he was 12 years old,
went out on the road.
Lost their houses to the taxes, and they probably just packed a couple suitcases and started walking down the street.
Just left whatever they had. That's what they just kept going.
Boy.
For about, I guess about 10 years or more, they were on the road.
Going from city to city, making money. So your husband did this, Lou did this until he was 22. From 12 to 10 years later is 22?
Yeah, must have been. Yeah, easy.
Wow. So when you met him in Carnegie, at the street fair. Was he going from town to town, or was he living somewhere?
No, they were living right there then. Yeah, they were living in Carnegie, him and his dad.
Now, his dad was what, German?
Yeah.
Was he from Germany, or was he born here?
No, he was born in Austria.
Oh, his dad was born in Austria?
His dad was born in Austria. That's where he come from.
Where at in Austria? Do you know? Any idea? No. So he spoke German then? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's just fascinating. So, okay, so you meet him at the carnival in Carnegie, and you're how old now?
78. Next month.
No. I mean then, when you met him, how old were you?
Oh, I was about 18.
Oh, wow, you were young. How old was he?
Yeah, but yeah, he was in his, what you says, 20, 22, something like that.
Okay, and then and then somewhere in there, he asked you to marry him.
Yeah.
Now, how did that happen? You remember where you were, or what he did, or anything like that?
Well, let's see, where was it? Well, just casual, that's all. He says, well, instead of all this running around and that, he says, why don't we get married? And I says, well, I don't know. I said, where are you going to live? Well, we lived with Dad for a while until he got a job.
With whose dad?
With our dad, my dad.
With your dad?
Yeah.
And still kids lived at home? You probably had brothers
Oh,
and
yeah,
sisters?
yeah,
So
they
then
all lived there.
So you got married, and you and your husband Lou lived at home with your dad?
For a while, yeah.
And where did his dad live?
His dad stayed, I don't know where he was at. He probably stayed in Carnegie. Wherever he was at.
What was the wedding like?
Well, we just went up to Washington, PA. Washington, PA, and just got married by Justice of the Peace.
Was it just the two of you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Was it at night or during?
No, who went with us? Oh, my dad went with us for witness.
So just three of you?
For witness, yeah.
So,
in Washington.
So, wow.
Then it wasn't long after that, we went into housekeeping. We lived in another part of Glendale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we lived in another part of Glendale, and we started over there. In the meantime, I got pregnant, and so then...
Now, how long after you got married did you get pregnant? Do you know?
Oh, I guess about a year after.
So
that.
pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I lost it. I lost it. I had a
miscarriage.
Miscarriage.
Uh-huh.
I lost it 3 months, I think, was 2.5, 3 months, because I was still working at home. And doing all the washing. We had to carry all our clothes out in the field in a big basket and hang them out. And it was too much up and down the steps and that, so I lost the baby.
Yeah. And then how long after you got pregnant the second time?
Well, I talked to some old German lady, and she says, well, listen, if you don't get pregnant right away, she said, your insides aren't going to be strong enough to hold the baby. So she said, I advise you to get pregnant right away. So I guess it was a couple months after that,
that I
did get pregnant again. Yeah.
And now at this point, you're living where? It's just you?
In Glendale.
Just you and your husband, Lou? Are you still with your father?
Yeah, he's with us now. He came to, his father.
His father?
His father came to live with us when we went housekeeping.
So now it's you and your husband, Lou, and his father.
Yeah, and his father.
Living with you, and now you're pregnant with your first.
Yeah.
And you gave birth to who? To another Lou Jr.
Yeah, Lou Jr.
Okay. And what was that in a hospital, or was that at home?
Oh, yeah, that was in the hospital, yeah.
Okay.
But I had the miscarriage at home.
Right. Okay, let's just jump a little forward here and wrap this up. Somewhere you ended up building a house on McCoy Road.
Yeah.
Now, tell me that story, because that's a fascinating story.
No, McCoy Road.
Or what's it called?
Neville Avenue.
Neville Avenue.
Yeah.
How did that, how many kids did you have when you were building that house?
3.
Oh, they were all born by now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
They were all born, yeah.
And you had been living in Glendale all this time?
No, we moved to McKees Rocks.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, we lived in McKees Rocks then.
Okay.
So then from the one house up above, their dad built this home that we have now.
Now, what's the story about how they built the home?
Well, he got down Neville Island. They had these places where the soldiers stayed.
Barracks?
What do you call barracks? Yeah. So he got a contractor to get all the good wood from the barracks.
Yeah.
And he had them bring up to our home. through a company, and then that way he built us 3 rooms. 3 rooms upstairs and a kitchen down the cellar.
Wow.
From that.
Now, who built this?
He did himself.
Your husband, Lou?
Hammer and saw, yeah.
He just built the whole house from top to bottom by himself?
Hammer and saw, all by himself. Well, no, he had
help, but it was his...
My brother Leonard, he helped, and then another couple guys from work would help him over the weekends when he had time.
And it was 3 rooms?
Yeah, 3 rooms upstairs and the kitchen in the cellar.
Do you remember how old the kids were when you moved into it?
Let's see. I guess Audrey was, she was going up to Fenton then. She must have been about, I don't know. I don't remember how old she was. But anyhow.
Were they like little babies, or were they grown up?
No, she was about 7 or 8 years old when her. And then there was 2 years apart.
So between 5 and 10, all 3 of them?
Yeah.
Bob, Audrey, and Lou. You started with 3 rooms, and then you just built more till you got what you...
Then he added 2 rooms onto it later on.
And then you have what you have today?
And we have, yeah. And then we have all what we have now.
Wow.
And we're there about 40 years.
Wow.
We're living there about 40 years.
Okay, just to wrap it up, and then whatever happened to his dad from Austria?
His dad died, yeah. He built himself a place in our yard down below.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And he stayed there, yeah. He built himself a place, just 1 room, and he had a stove and everything, and he'd come up the house and get his bath or that, and do his own cooking and that. I wouldn't have to worry about that, but I washed his clothes for him and that, but everything else he did for himself.
So we don't know anything about his history. All we know is he came from Austria.
That's about all. He never talked about his own family. I know they just came, well, they came from Austria, but they lived in Neffs, Ohio, for a while.
Yeah.
They lived there for a while, and that's where they lost their home, in Neffs, Ohio.
And that's really all we knew.
And that's all they did. They just took what they had and just left.
And then in 1962, your husband Lou had a heart attack and died. Is that the right year, 1962?
I think so.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. And then, and that was the end of the family then, because he was the only kid.
Yeah.
So that whole side is finished. Okay. Wow.
Yep, no brothers, no sisters.
Okay. But here we are in 1994, and you're how old now?
It's almost 79.
And you're going strong.
I hope so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Graham.
Okay.